Good evening, welcome to A Psychopath's Guide to Enlightenment. I'm Blair Black, I'm a psychopath. And today, I'd like to talk about violence. Human men are extremely violent. We are. It's not like we're trying to be, it's just kind of how shit shook out. We're providers and defenders of a species in a world where everything has to eat. And the only thing to eat is each other. It was literally kill or be killed. Either become Earth's apex predator or go fucking extinct. And here we are. Why is nature so cruel? I have no idea. But it is. Oh, it is. And just like Oliver Anthony said, you're living in the new world with an old soul. And the fact, convenient as it may be, that some other dude hunts your food and protects your wife and family is leaving a violence-sized hole in your heart. That's your dark side. That's your shadow. If you ever really want to be enlightened, you got to merge that dark, physical, instinctual shadow side with your modern intellectual side. You need a place to let all those millions of years of prehistoric violence flow through you. We need a place where we can commit the kind of physical assault that our soul needs without the possibility of anybody dying or going to prison for it. A place where you can indulge your dark side. Essentially, we need a safe space for violence. And that is exactly what sports provides. Violence is an instinctual drive, just like your sex drive. And I think we can all understand that when you don't act on sexual desire, that leads to sexual frustration. And the only way to relieve sexual frustration is to have sex. Not to try and suppress your sexual desire altogether, crush it down into this like little core, because that little core is gonna go fucking supernova and explode, backwards out the other way, infect society and fuck shit up for everybody. So rather than repress, I suggest that we embrace. Embrace and find balance. That's what integrating your shadow is. That's how you become enlightened. However, sane philosophers, intellectuals, and gurus throughout time have taught that enlightenment is a state of mind. And through some combination of breathing, chanting, and fucking therapy that you could think your way into enlightenment. Like it was some kind of a fucking riddle or code that you could crack and then all of a sudden, poof, enlightened. I know they wish that was the case because it would be easier for them that way. Because for the most part, intellectuals are weak. That's why they're intellectuals, strong mind, weak body. They have to live in their heads because they can't compete in the physical world. But unfortunately for these pussies, enlightenment is not a state of mind. It's a state of being, a balance between your mind and your body, between your instincts and your intellect, which is why so few people are enlightened. Some people are very smart, some people are very strong, but most are neither, and very few are both, because very few are willing to embrace their instinctual nature and push their mind and body to enlightenment. And as a man, the way you push your body to enlightenment is by using it for its intended fucking purpose, to fight and flight and hunt and protect. But that shit is pretty much over. But sports gives you a way to reenact those past lives. Smashing the shit out of somebody is like an orgasm for your prehistoric brain, which is why super violent sports have such a calming effect on men, because you get to get the violence out. You see how it goes in boxing or MMA or whatever? Two guys train and talk shit for 3 months to then try and literally knock each other unconscious for 15 minutes. And then as soon as it's over, they hug like a soldier and his wife being reunited at the fucking airport. Ultra-violent sports like American football, rugby, boxing, MMA, Aussie rules football, and shit like that, they remain spaces where you can engage in mutual combat with like-minded consenting adults and engage your dark side in a healthy and possibly lucrative way. Now, as a psychopath, I have had to find many socially acceptable ways to integrate my dark side into polite society. And I cover a lot of them in my book, A Psychopath's Guide to Enlightenment. I got no ads, I got no Patreon, I'm not out here begging. What I do have is life-changing information from the other side for the price of a fucking t-shirt. Dude, I should get a medal for this fucking book. But instead, I guess I am out here begging. So please, A Psychopath's Guide to Enlightenment, available only on my website, apsychopathsguidetoenlightenment.com.